Ever felt like your energy is sapped? Like the weight of the world is on your shoulders? Well, you're not alone. Life can be tough, and sometimes it feels like we're running on empty. But there's a source of strength that never runs out, and that's what we're talking about today. Our first verse comes from the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 31. It reads, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint." What a powerful image. It's a promise that when we find our hope in God, we can rise above the overwhelming circumstances of life like an eagle soaring above the storm. Think about it. Maybe you've had a long day at work, or you're dealing with a challenging situation. In those moments, remember this verse. It's a reminder that when we place our hope in God, we can find renewed strength, even in the most trying times. The second verse comes from the book of Matthew, chapter 11, verses 28 to 30. The verse says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." This is a direct invitation from Jesus. He's not asking for anything in return. He's simply offering rest to those who are tired and carrying heavy loads. Imagine you've been carrying a heavy backpack all day. Your shoulders are aching and you're exhausted. That's when Jesus steps in and says, "Give me your burden, rest." It's a powerful reminder that we don't have to carry our burdens alone. The third verse is from the book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 22. It says, "Cast your cares on the Lord and He will sustain you. He will never let the righteous be shaken." This verse reminds us that we can turn to God with our worries and anxieties. Consider a time when you were worried about something, perhaps a job interview or a health concern. This verse tells us that we can give those worries to God. He will sustain us, providing the strength and stability we need. The fourth verse is from the book of Exodus, chapter 33, verse 14. The verse reads, "My presence will go with you, and I will give you rest." This is God's promise to Moses, and it's a promise to us as well. God is with us, and His presence brings rest. Think about a time when you felt alone or overwhelmed. This verse is a reminder that God is there with you, providing rest amidst the chaos. Our final verse today is from the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 12, verse 9. It says, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." This verse tells us that even in our weakest moments, God's grace is enough. Picture a time when you felt weak, perhaps physically or emotionally. This verse is a reminder that in those moments of weakness, God's power shines through. His grace is enough to carry us through. So when you're feeling tired, remember these verses. They're reminders that God knows you're tired, and He's there to give you strength. He's there to take your burdens and give you rest. He's there in your worries and in your weakness. And above all, He's there with His unfailing love and grace. Remember, you're never alone in your tiredness. You have a source of strength that never runs out. So, hold on to these promises and let them be a source of comfort and strength in your life.